Hey guys, it's Amy at ZoeVac, and I'm starting my next daily reading vlog for August 15th. It is Thursday. Oh my gosh. I did not want to get up today, but I'm going to be pretty busy today at work due to some people being off, and also the work I had already planned. I totally forgot about the people being off until I got here, and I'm like, oh, that's right. So today will be probably a busy day. I had this whole plan of what I was going to listen to and read. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get anything done. I am listening to the Vicomte de Bréguillon in the car. And wow, why? Again, I stopped right when it was getting interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen with what's happened in the last couple chapters. So again, I will at least listen to this in the car. We'll see how I feel during work. I think it's a car. It's just enough for a classic and just to do a little bit every day. So in the car just seems to be the right amount for me. But we'll see what happens at work. I brought The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst to read on my breaks physically. And as I said, I have like 6 or 7 audiobooks out from Libby that I want to either finish or decide on or start. So we will hopefully maybe we'll do that. Don't know if that's really going to happen, but I have to get into work now. Bummer. And we'll see how it goes today. I'll check in probably when I get home. I don't have any errands that I can think of right now after work, so I should be able to get home on time pretty much, or not, and have most of the evening to read. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, I will check in with you guys later. Okay guys, I'm home now. I've been home for a little bit. I've had some dinner. It's about 5:40 or so. So it was a really long day. The first couple hours I was so busy that they flew by, and then it just kind of dragged the rest of the day, even though I had stuff to do. I think I was just tired of being there. Anyway, so it was kind of a weird reading day. I did continue with the Vicomte de Bréguillon in the car. So I only made it about 40 pages that I did, because I did listen to another audiobook for part of the way home. But anyway, this is really going in directions I did not expect. Something that has been building for the first 200 and what did I say I was at? I'm almost at 250. So the first third of this, I thought that was going to be the whole plot, and suddenly it's not. And so I don't know where this is going. I am so confused. I have 60 more chapters to do. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm really glad that I finally returned to this, and I'm finally making time for it. I think reading it, as I said, in my car has been working out really well, so I think I'm just going to stick with that for now. If I get farther to the end, I might then, either play a video game, or, if work allows it, I'll listen to it. But today, it was only in the afternoon I got to listen to anything at all, because it was just so busy this morning. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. I hope Friday is nicer to me. But I did get 40 pages of this. So as I said, I'm almost 250 pages at a 650. So I still have 400 pages. But we're working on that, and I'm really enjoying Dumas and the Three Musketeers in their older age, which is funny because how old D'Artagnan is in this book is only a few years older than me. A few years older is what they said, and so it's really weird because when I read Three Musketeers when I was younger, I read it before I was a couple years younger than D'Artagnan was in the beginning of that book. 20 years after I read later, so that I don't think that quite matched up, but it's still kind of weird how close my age is to, not that I'm D'Artagnan, because he's a little impulsive sometimes. Anyway, even in his older age. Smart, but impulsive. Anyway, so then I tried to, when I did at lunchtime, I didn't feel like picking up my physical book just because what I was having for lunch, I was more stuff with my fingers. I didn't want to touch my book. It's my nice, pretty book, which I'll talk about here in a second. But I was like, let's just listen to an audiobook. So I decided to give Ocean's Echo by Everina Maxwell a second chance, and I have decided to DNF this. I got another, I stopped at like 40 something. So I read another 25 pages to page 70, and I just don't care. I don't know if it's because there's the way that this starts, and then the first character, I didn't really like how he was living his life, and I mean, I get why, but there was things about it I didn't like, and his attitude, and kind of was annoying. And then the second guy, I don't know, I just don't feel he had enough personality to, why would I want to follow him? I don't know, there was just not enough there. And then I did get to the point where they met. I mean, they haven't really spent any time, like, they barely talked, like, it was just a couple of sentences. I'm not saying it was very much. But I just didn't care. And I finally, today, I think I've been working up to a lot of DNFs, and, I've decided to DNF this. I never even put this on my currently reading. Like, I never logged it, so I didn't even have to take it off Storygraph or Goodreads, because I never put it on there, because I wasn't sure it was going to survive, and it did not. So I only got 16% of the way through the book, but I just don't care. So I'm going to get rid of this book, which is sad, because again, I bought that when it came out in paperback, from the UK. So, but it took me this long to read it. The premise was never what I wanted. And now it makes me wonder, do I want to keep Winter's Orbit on my shelf? Am I going to reread that? I have to think about that, because when I first read it, I thought for sure that, after I had both books, I would do rereads. And I had no inclination to pick up for a reread that book. So I might be getting rid of that too, but we'll decide that later. That's a December problem, when I do a more thorough unhaul at the end of the year. Because there are some series I'm looking at that I've read or started. Do I really want to continue? Do I really need to keep the book? So that one I'm kind of thinking about. And then I listened to another book. Again, I had these all on Libby that I'm trying to get through to get them off, because they all kind of stacked up. But this one I was over 50% of the way through. But I have just decided to put this on my card of shame. Unfortunately, I was trying not to add any books to that this year, but I just don't want to read this. And this is the third time I've tried to read it this year. And I really love her writing in other kinds of romance. But this one I am just not a mafia romance girly. And so I'm putting down Dark Succession by Katie Robert. So it's really not, I don't think it's not her writing. It's just, I am not interested in mafia right now. So unfortunately, I have all the books but the last one, and it's pre-ordered already, and it's coming out like in a couple weeks. So I will have all 6 books on my shelf, but I will probably bury them in the closet or somewhere. Sorry, the cats are hitting the wall. I don't know what they're doing over there in the hallway. Anyway, so I'm probably going to I like every other book that I've read by her, I've at least enjoyed to a certain extent. But I have tried to read this, as I said, like 3 times. I've gotten the audiobook a couple of times. I tried to read it physically the first time. So I got, as I said, 54% of the way through, and I'm just like, I don't care. So I feel like I need to clear off my currently reading off stuff, because I hate when I have books that are just lingering there, because I still have 4 for sure that are lingering there's 5. 6 if I want to be technical, but the 6th one, I'm not sure I'm going to get back to that this year. That one I'm not worried about. Everything else I want to finish out. But this one, I've just decided this is going on the card of shame, and the rest of the books are going to get buried on my shelf for now. I feel like this will be a romance series that I come back to when I'm in the mood for something contemporary and, sexy times with mafia, with people who are beating each other up and trying to take over territory. I don't know. It's just not calling to me right now. Anyway, so I'm gonna put that on the card. So I'm not getting rid of it, but I'm gonna put it on the card of shame and put the other books away for now, because this year is just not the year for that. So, after I made that decision, and I'm going to, so then I was like, well, what should I listen to? And I was at work, so I didn't want to listen to the Vicomte de Breguillon, because it was like, that's more involved for me to listen to, because the plot is so intricate. With all this stuff going on, I didn't want to listen to it at work. So I decided to pick up a novella that just came out. That's the next one in the Pendrick and Desdemona series. This is number 13. These are novellas. This was 123 pages. It's the audiobooks are done by Grover Gardner, which are really good. Again, this is Lois McMaster Bujold. So I've only read her Desdemona, or Pendrick and Desdemona series. I really want to read one of her other series, The Curse of the Chalion, or something like that. I don't know. That was on my list to try to get to this year. We'll see if I get to it. But these are just so much fun. Like, I just love Pendrick and Desdemona, because this is following the first book follows novella follows Pendrick when he accidentally comes across a woman who is dying on the side of the road, and she is possessed by a demon, and this is something in their religion, within this world, and there's nobody else, and he is all that who can take the demon. So he is now possessed by her, and it changes his life, and it's his life journey with having this demon, and the scrapes he gets into, and how he meets people, and he just collects people as he goes. I love Pendrick, and I love, and Desdemona is kind of fun too, because again, he has this demon who has 10 women's personalities. So they have like little chats back and forth, and again, I just love it. It's a fun fantasy novella series. I would highly recommend it. The audiobooks are great. They're all between 4 and 5 hours at the most. Maybe 1 or 2 are higher than 5 hours, but most of them, the novellas are, under 200 pages. Most of them are about 120 to 150. They're just fun. And again, did I read most of them last year? I think it was last year I read most of them. And I think 2 of them, I know this one came out this year. This came out a month or 2 ago. I had to wait because I was in line for it. I don't remember. Did I read one earlier this year? There might have been 2, or one at the end of last year that I forgot. Anyway, so I've read, as I said, I'm keeping up on this one. I really enjoy this series. It's just a fun fantasy series. And again, it spans over Pendrick's life. There are 2 reading orders. I honestly just do it. I did it by publication order. It was easier for me that way. That's just kind of how I read everything, is publication order. Almost always. There's very rare that I don't read publication order the first time around. If it's a reread, then there'll be times where I will read it differently, but these are all I'm just reading. I've only read once. So, overall, this was a fun one. It has to do with him going on a little side quest. He wanted to find some treasure, and a bandit is kind of attaches himself to him to help guide him somewhere, thinking he's going to get money out of it, and it kind of doesn't go the way anybody thinks it's going to. So anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I recommend that series of novellas. Okay, so I did finish that on the way home, and then, as I said, I went back to the Vicomte de Breguillon and finished that. So that is where I'm at. I really talked a lot, but that's a lot of stuff. I mean, I made some decisions. As I said, I still have a couple books that I'm one more book that I want to try one more time, and I might DNF that one too, or I don't know if that's going to go in the cart of shame or get rid of. I haven't decided yet, but I just have to make these decisions, and today just happened to be the day where I just kind of went, okay, I'm done. So I am now going to, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. This isn't the cover I have, because I can't find it on Pinterest, but this is the UK cover of The Spell Shop. So it's slightly different from mine. Not much, but the script is different. But it still has the kitty with wings on it. Anyway, just because I have mine wrapped up in the cover. anyway, the protective cover. Anyway, so I'm going to try to read some of the Spell Shop tonight. Again, I haven't touched this since last night. Today just was not a physical read day at work. I didn't have time, and when I did have time, I didn't want to touch it because it's a pretty book, and I was eating lunch. I didn't want to. Anyway, so I'm going to try to get a good distance into that tonight because I do have several hours. But if I don't, I don't. We're just going to go with that. So that's it for now. I will check in later. Do you guys do that too? Where you just kind of, some books you've given a couple of chances and then you're just like, okay, I'm done. That's it. We're done. Or I need to put this away and try it again in another year or two. I don't know. I feel like these two had different, one I'm like, I think I'll come back to, and then the other one I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, I just can't do it and I don't care. So, we'll see how it goes. The rest of the things. So anyway, I will check in later. Okay, guys, so it is 9 o'clock and I am almost done with the night. I am tired. I'm not reading a whole lot. I watched more BookTube. Mostly just stared at it. I'm tired. It was just a long day today. I think it just kind of caught up with me, and I didn't sleep super well because Cooper was too cute and kept cuddling with me. I've only got to page 56, so I'm 5 chapters in. So I've only read like 36 pages tonight. And I might read one more chapter before bed, but we will see. So the Spell Shop, my first impressions are I really like the world building. It's very subtle. It's very much, you kind of get little details of the differences in, from our world to their, like, so it's a fantasy world and everyone's, has something different. And there's a lot of humor to it. And it's kind of interesting to see somebody who used to live there as a kid, doesn't really remember being there very much, even though she was like 8 or 9 when she left or something, but she doesn't remember much of it. And then she's been gone for decades and then comes back after bad things that happened in the capital where she had been living for all that time. And then she's trying to, she has to go there to kind of reestablish herself because of everything that she's just looking for somewhere to be. And there's so many good things about this. Like, I'm really enjoying the writing. As I said, the world building's really good. The characters I'm finding funny, and the townspeople that she just met are, very nosy about her, and she's really a private person. There was one scene where I just stopped, where I'm, I thought she was a little harsh on when she talked to somebody. Just because I think she's just awkward, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. So, as I said, I'm going to read I'll probably get another chapter done tonight, and then, hopefully tomorrow I can pick it up and read more of it after work tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be reading, I said, it's kind of hard to take the nice book to work and read on my lunch when I don't want to hurt it. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. Even if I have like a little hiccup, just of that last scene. I'm going to read a little bit more and hopefully, I'm sure they're going to get over it. It just meant I was kind of like, whoa. Anyway, we'll see. Other than that, it's really good. I really am enjoying it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up the vlog. It's been a weird reading day. I'm tired. It was a long day at work, and I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. No idea. I will start off with the Viscount de Breglion in the car. And as I said, then we'll see how I feel at work. It just matters if I have time or not. Fridays are usually pretty quiet just because during the summer, a lot of people take Fridays off. And, so it's not quite as busy a lot of times. And today was super busy, so I'm hoping it's not too busy. So we'll see what happens. So that's it. So I will wrap it up for today, and I will see you guys later. I swear there was something else I was going to tell you guys. Now I cannot remember. So maybe I'll remember it tomorrow. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.